Let me see, this one is pulling off of, I believe, toward Shreveport. All right, so maybe a little bit of debris popping up there toward Yellow Pine and toward Fairdale. If you are in this red polygon, so toward Yellow Pine, Fairmont, Fairdale, anywhere near 87 to your NFD Road 182, make sure that you are going to your safe place at the moment. Like I said, there is a tornado warning that is currently in effect. Now, we were on a little bit earlier for all of the tornado warnings. Things have since settled down, but this did enter a very tornado energy heavy area. That means that this could spin something up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look and see if the National Weather Service has said anything about this tornado warning that it has issued. So again, this is for parts of Sabine County as well as Sabine Parish. It's that little area where it's kind of blue and kind of red. So like I said, this goes all the way for the next 20 or so minutes. So it is moving at about 50 miles per hour. So it is moving very quickly. That's what the National Weather Service said. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a track on this. So again, it's this little area near Yellow Pine. So make sure you are in your safe place. All right, so it was moving very fast at around 50 miles an hour. I can go track on it for you. Now, I highly doubt it will make it to all of these cities. However, you can find your city in the top left-hand corner of the screen, out toward Clare, out toward Florian, out toward Bellwood, closer to 1130. If you're in Mink, that's closer to 1138. I'm going to reach out to our control room and ask if we can turn the front monitors back on so I can see what we're seeing. I would appreciate that. Otherwise, make sure that you are staying in your safe place. I'm talking back to you, East Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to our reflectivity, because that's going to give us a really good option, a really good tool, I should say, to see what we're seeing. All right, it looks like our Titan indicators are picking up a bit on that rotation. It looks like we might even getting a bit of an inflow out toward Milam. So the tornado warning just off to the south, but it looks like this may be trying to kind of sweep in there. So that may be a bit of a strengthening of the storm. So like I said, make sure that you are staying weather aware and staying in your safe place while we're waiting for all of this to move past you. That tornado warning just out to the south. And really, it's hard to pick up on. It's just this little area of rotation. Now, I haven't seen any indication that this has necessarily been spotted, so it's not a confirmed tornado. It's just what we're seeing on our radar. Again, this is from the National Weather Service, so make sure you are going to your safe place. If you're in Yellow Pine, Fairmont, out toward Fairdale, that's where we're seeing that tornado warning. Your safe place, the lowest level of the building in the most interior room. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's what's going to keep you the safest. If you are in a vehicle, see if you can pull over and go into a sturdy structure like a gas station, a store. If you have any friends that live near you, try to get inside a sturdy shelter as fast as possible. If that is not an option for you, make sure that you are finding a safe spot. If you can, you have two options here from the National Weather Service. They recommend that either you go find a low-lying area like a ditch. Be careful, because there could be some water in that. We've had lots of rain come through. And then you can cover your head and lie in the ditch. That will protect you from some of the flying debris, because that is the big concern with these tornadoes. The other option, if you're in your vehicle and you cannot get to a sturdy structure, you have the option to stay in your vehicle with your seatbelt fastened. Again, you'll want to cover your head. If you have a jacket or a blanket in your car, you can cover yourself with that. Make sure you're pulling off the roadway and trying to get out of the path of the storm. But again, if you can get to a sturdy structure, that will be the safest option for you there. It looks like this rotation may be trying to tighten up ever so slightly. Again, this tornado warning is in Sabine County, and we just got a new scan in. I'm not seeing a ton of tight rotation on that, which is a good sign. However, we will stay on as long as the tornado warning is active. So let me go ahead and just walk you through what I'm seeing. You can take a look at the time on the top part of your screen, right under where it says CBS19 wind tracker. It's just that little dot of red near Yellow Pine, and then this begins to tighten up on one of our radar scans. However, and I'm not seeing it, but just to the south, out toward Jamestown, Burkeville, toward Newton, and all the way out into Louisiana, there is another severe thunderstorm warning. And this one, you'll notice how there are those stripes on it. This is what's called hatching. This area right here, that all means that it is a tornado possible storm. So no tornado has been observed, but it can spin one out very, very quickly. So make sure that you are staying weather aware while you are in that area. But otherwise, a tornado warning, like I said, in fact, you need to make sure you are in your safe place. That is north of Toledo Bend. That does not include you. But it does include areas out toward Yellow Pine, toward Fairdale. See if I can get some of the streets in there. I saw it looked like Oak Hill Road out there, Mary Rose Lane. If you have loved ones there, make sure that they are in their safe places, or if you are there, avoid travel in that area. Now, this is all part of a larger line of storms that push through. Let me go ahead and switch back over to our reflectivity so you can go ahead and see that. See this big line that's coming through? That pushed through our area, and it has just been hauling. It's been moving so fast, close to 65 miles per hour, which is very fast for a storm to travel. And you can see just the thick band of storms that we have going on in there, from Hemp Hill all the way back toward Louisiana and into Arkansas. It's this line right here. This moved through a very energy heavy, so it fed off of all the thunderstorm energy that we had moving through East Texas. We are just on the tail end of this, and Sabine County, you guys are starting to see some of that energy pick up. I suspect we'll continue to see some of this storm energy pick up through the rest of central to southern Louisiana as the rest of this storm system begins to move through. All right, here's a look at that tornado warning again. Really, it's hard to see the rotation on that, but it looks like it's just toward Fairdale right now. I would recommend going to your safe spot as soon as possible if you have not already done so. Let me see if I can get a check on our hail, see if we have any hail coming out of that. It takes me a second to find this layer on our system here. That's right. Here we go. Here's our hail tracker. Sometimes it takes a second to load in. Alrighty. I'm not seeing anything there. However, there is hail just to the south from our radar estimates out toward Newton and out toward Burkeville, excuse me. Still, it's just that tiny little divot. It almost looks like someone went and kind of carved like something out with a spoon. That's why we have that tornado warning in effect. So really make sure that you are staying safe and staying weather aware all while this tornado warning is in effect. Alrighty, now we still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings that are active all across East Texas, or I should say across parts of East Texas. The bulk of this storm has moved out to our east, so it's cutting through Louisiana. The only place where we still have that tornado warning in our designated viewing area is in Sabine County, which is where we have the tornado warning also in effect. And also, it's just so hard to see in there, but between Fairmont and Fairdale, that little divot, you can see it's honestly, it's just 1 pixel in there. That's this right here, that's where we're seeing that spin. Now, even though it's hard to see on radar, that does not mean that you can leave your safe place. Make sure that you are staying safe, staying in a sturdy structure. If you're in a mobile home, the National Weather says it is safer to be out of the mobile home rather to stay in it. Make sure that you are staying safe and staying in your safe place all the way out toward Fairmont and Fairdale. Once again, that goes across the line for Sabine County into Sabine Parish. Our Chief Meteorologist, Brett Anthony, just got back. He's going to be joining us while we have this tornado warning coverage for you. Now, just to the south of this, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued a few minutes ago. You see how we have this line here going that's called hatching? That means that that storm could spin up a tornado. This is out of that hatched area, but still we are tracking it. And it looks like we just got dropped from that tornado warning. It looks like they're not seeing that rotation quite in there. There is still a tornado warning just across the state line. Make sure that you are staying safe and staying weather aware. And I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and send you back to programming. Make sure that you are staying safe and weather aware out there. One more thing, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for most of Sabine County. Even though you don't have that thunder, or I should say that tornado warning, make sure that you are staying safe. We hope you have a great day.
Sabine County.
Woo! We love Sabine County.
I know. I was like almost